Kevin Christian, March 11, 2022. So, I want to talk about this a little bit with the whole broadcasting and the connection that gang stalkers are able to make um, by accessing your neural monitoring and accepting and programming these settings, like how their broadcast can interact on your body. Um, one thing that you got to understand is the broadcast monitor. Um, and this is kind of their terminology when they call it a monitor. All right, and they actually say, when you get your neural monitoring, you get your own monitor. But I don't know how that works. What I do know though, for sure, is um, gang stalkers or people in general that have access to neural monitoring, they can connect to other people. If the other people have access to neural monitoring, then that connection would be consensual and limited to whatever the each of them set on their own neural monitoring settings. And picture it like a Facebook profile or something like that. You're able to share this with uh, everyone except for this person and this person, or with private, or you could put something on public. You could be on public. Your neural monitoring can be on public if whomever possesses your neural monitoring profile account online, if they choose to do it that way. Um, all of these settings can be set to, do you want to accept this request, like a friend request or something like that? It's very logical, all right, and it's not something that I'm uncertain about. I know this to be a fact. People that have access to neural monitoring, they don't have the type of problems that we have with broadcast attacking their body, because they don't allow people to connect to them on neural monitoring in that way. It's just that simple. If you connect to somebody on neural monitoring, each of you will have what they call a monitor, a broadcast that is on the other person. If you connect to somebody, you got a broadcast on them. They have one on you. It's a two-way connection. That's why you kind of know what they're thinking sometimes. It's a mind control system, but it's you are receiving also, just like they are. You don't have the headset and the amplified distribution headset thing that they have. The mind control is what they call it. They call it a mind control. The thing that they wear on their head with the little wires down to their wrist straps, and they can even get advanced with it with like some full helmet type things and straps around their body, to distribute that signal. Okay, you're talking about an electronic broadcast signal, and that's what you can receive. All right, so but this monitor that they can put on your body, if you had neural monitoring, you can set it up. Yeah, I want to accept your request and be connected to you so we can communicate over artificial telepathy, and maybe I even would allow you to know some things that I'm thinking. Maybe artificial telepathy and being able to communicate in that way is the same difference as knowing what somebody's thinking. Or maybe there's some distinguishment in the settings. I would say there's probably some distinguishment in the settings to where you can lower um, the strength of the signal of the broadcast connection to the point where it would be difficult for them to receive you in a way to know every thought that you're having. But basically, you could connect to people and their monitor that they have on you. You could set it up to not allow that thing to be moving around your body and penetrate into your body, and you can set perimeters. But when you don't have your neural monitoring and somebody connects to you and they're able to control those perimeters themselves, then that's when you have people sinking in to your body and going through your flesh and doing stuff. Like right now, my heart area hurts. It's pain. It's in pain. It hurts, and it's not because they're attacking me right now. It's because of the attacks yesterday, and it's an internal injury. I should literally probably be in a hospital. But what am I going to say? My heart hurts because they attacked me with broadcast yesterday? Or what? Do I have to wait until I'm almost dead or fall out with a heart attack and wake up in the hospital? If I wake up at all, if I'm not dead, and then tell them, hey, this girl that I know has my neural monitoring, and she allows 50 people to have these monitors on me that can physically penetrate my body and attack me down to the bone and the organs and burn your inner body. Right now, I have them broadcast. They're all over me, okay, all the time. And they're always doing stuff to me. They're crawling your mouth with the broadcast. You'll taste electricity. They would never allow somebody to do that to them. They would always keep the settings to a minimum amount of people connected to them with no real capability on that monitor. They would limit that to be able to just maybe sit on the surface of your calf muscle or something like that. Only. Very low power. That way, nobody could use it to hurt them. And if they did, they could just disconnect. They could disconnect. And then that monitor has to fall off of you. That broadcast has to fall off of you, and they can't be on you like that. If you have your neural monitoring, you don't allow it. And so this girl that has my neural monitoring, she's probably got 50 or more people, probably 100 or 200 people that are able to access my neural monitoring, connect to me, and have a physical monitor, broadcast representation of themselves on my body somewhere. And each of them are most likely allowed to do whatever they wish with it. So they've been broadcasting into my foot. Like when I say broadcasting into my foot, I mean crawling into the bone structure of my foot with a monitor broadcast that they're able to have on me because she let them connect to me on neural monitoring because she has control of it and possession of it. Because she's like a slave trader that collects neural monitors. It's literally human trafficking, like pretty much by definition. The only difference is you're talking about somebody's neurological control panel and broadcast profile rather than their physical flesh. But they are able to do a lot of things to you physically. And they're able to connect to your mind and know every thought you have and invade every privacy you ever thought existed. Physically attack your body to try to murder you or suppress you by way of physical disability. And they do this to me all day, every day. This guy that's on my channel, Marcus, him and about 3 other guys that have been on full time for many years. All right, and I started knowing a little bit about this in 13, and things started happening in 12 actually, and 13 that were more related to hacking. And I knew somebody that was in the process of learning how to do neural monitoring stuff and had got their neural monitoring and was starting to learn about virtual devices and the different privacy protocols and security protocols online and networks and like how to connect with local private networks and people's local hosts and different things with like PHP and all this stuff. And this was not a computer person. And this was somebody that was close to me. And so the girl that has my neural monitoring took a whole bunch of steps to inject herself into my life and to come in between me and that person to make sure that there was some problems so that I wouldn't get neural monitoring. Because she was afraid that I was about to get my neural monitoring in 2013. And so she had to interject with the whole situation and come between me and this other person and make sure that didn't happen. And that's exactly what she did. And then I guess coincidentally, or whatever you want to call it, they became gang stalking buddies. And this whole thing just kind of started to transpire from there. There's been a lot of people on my neural monitoring, and a lot of people that this guy, that's what I was gonna say, this guy Marcus started back in like 13 and 14, was attacking my knee, my left knee. I would wake up in the middle of the night with this ungodly pain in my knee and almost want to cry, and I didn't know. I thought I just had some kind of problem, but it was just hurt sometimes for no reason. I wasn't injured or anything. And I would wake up in the middle of the night with this worst pain in my knee. And then in 2015, she let him come on as full-time artificial telepathy out loud gang stalker, and he started talking trash about it while he did that to my knee. And so at that point, I realized that for the last couple years, I have been dealing with broadcast torture. And to this day, they don't attack my knee near as much and never since then as severely as they were since back in 2014 and 15. But there is damage. There's permanent damage. There's permanent damage, and I can tell. And there will come a time where I'm in the position to seek advanced medical attention to prove that. And you can't undo microwave burn damage to my bones and ligaments. You can't undo that. And right now, for the last months, really, it's been the same situation with my right foot. And into the side of my foot and the bottom and just into the bone structure. And it hurts real bad and it burns all the time. And they've been doing it like all day, every day for a nice little period of time now. And it's going to become something that's permanently damaged with some serious injury. And the intention is to cause physical disability. I started thinking about really getting my act together and start running and stuff like that. And the reason was because I started college and I was thinking, it's not like a big school or anything. Maybe I could make like the basketball team or something like that. I got some game. I used to be somebody that would have that kind of opportunity or skill or something like that. And maybe I still could do that. I don't know, but it seems like they don't like that kind of idea. I know I'm older, okay, but I've already looked into it, and there's 4 years of eligibility when you start college, no matter how old you are, to play college ball for anything or any kind of college sports or whatever. So I'm eligible to play. Maybe it's just a far-fetched dream, and these guys are real good. I don't know, but I'm pretty good. I just haven't played a lot lately. My foot though, God, my knee, if they're gonna burn my bone structure every day. Right now, my heart, my organs hurt from microwave broadcast torture. I probably got 100 or more, 200, who knows how many gang stalkers connected to me. This girl is pimping me out. She's pimping me out. Everybody's making a deal, Everybody makes some kind of deal to be able to access my neural monitoring, to be able to do live streams, because they're making money doing it. They're able to connect to me, which is valuable to them. And they're able to do EMF broadcast live streams, which is valuable to them. They can make money that way. They're trying to make a name for themselves, like some fame, try to be somebody cool, to be on Kevin Christian's neural monitoring and do live streams. Obviously, I'm probably the most well-known targeted person, with thousands of videos out telling everybody how this works. And she's pimping me out, really. And all these broadcasts, with hundreds of broadcasts, little monitors on my body, they could do some real damage. And it starts to feel like some days, I could just feel this static type of electricity type of feeling moving all around my body. And it's just a bunch of little broadcasts crawling all around me like bugs or something. And tell me that hundreds of little microwave broadcasts crawling around your body and penetrating your organs and bone structure every day isn't going to start killing you. It is going to start killing you. And this is happening to who knows how many people. Probably billions of people got this type of problem. Most of them, 99.9% of them, don't have a clue what's going on. That they're being tortured and that this is genocide and that they are a slave being bought and sold by gang stalker people that want to own and possess people's neural monitoring to be able to control them, to live stream their life, to kill them if they want to have this ultimate control over things. And that's really what you're facing. That's what I'm facing. And I can tell that it's running me down, man. I can tell that it's having an effect on my health. I can tell. And, you know, these gang stalkers on my channel and this girl that is pimping me out to all these different gang stalkers to be able to do this. It's on them. It's their doing this to me. And they have a thought out. Look, if you put a broadcast on somebody's foot bone for months at a time to try to physically disable them as a form of suppression, this is a thought out conspiracy. There is a group of people, and there's a whole bunch of people, everybody who's involved, really, you could say that they are all conspiring against me to cause a specific type of damage, to suppress me in certain ways, and ultimately kill me. Ultimately, because it's not good for you. It could probably be linked to the cause of death if it happens for long enough, and they start to kill your body. I mean, they just kill your body weak enough, and then you get sick from some virus or something, and you die. Right? Is it a natural cause? Or would you be just fine with catching some little cold or whatever? But instead, since they've worn your body out with, hundreds of people with their little microwave broadcasts on you, so now at this point, you can't stand up for yourself, even against a little cold. And it could just kill you because they're beating your body down. They're killing your immune system. They're killing your livelihood and your health, and they're stealing your time away. They're stealing your life away, and you are a slave, and this is human trafficking, and they are terrorists, and it is war. And that's the real bottom line.